Hey guys, just going to check on my garden. It's a nice peaceful morning. Let's see what's going on in there. This volunteer is still doing nothing. I think it's some kind of squash. But it must not be fertile, or I don't know. But it only has flowers, but no fruit on it. My blackberries need to be picked. After this dries a little bit, I'm gonna pick them. It was raining yesterday. They kind of looking sad. And here's my little garden spot. I was out of town for a few days and I was just shocked when I came here how huge everything is right now. Wow. Just a little bit of good weather and rain and everything is exploding. I already picked one of my first cucumber. Look at that. And it's so weird because I thought these plants here and these were the same. But obviously it's something different. I thought these two packets were the same. But I must be wrong. Because I know this is for sure watermelon. Is this watermelon too? Possibly, because I see it's like a vine. It's a vine. It must be just a different kind of watermelon. Unless it's a cucumber. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. I should have paid more attention when I was planting things. So, and it's funny how some of the seedlings, plants, are doing so good and are big, and like look at this little guy, so small. I guess this one maybe gets more sun. And look at my squash and zucchinis, they're just huge. That's crazy. Let's see if they have anything going on in there. Oh, I see a little guy right there. Look at them. That is crazy. I mean, I just planted them not that long ago. I hope the squash worms won't get them this year. We always have issues with them. You know, here, my cucumbers. Look at all those flowers on them. That makes me happy. And these are the ones I planted from seeds from the Dollar Tree. I already had one little cucumber that we ate from. It was good. There's something little one over there. Not big enough to eat. And I'm glad it rained last night so I don't have to water them. Yeah, when we went out of town, I was worried. I'm gonna come back, everything's gonna be dead. But I came back and everything was huge. Look at my tomatoes. Oh, it's so big. Oh, it's crazy, I just planted that. Look how huge they are. My beans all have flowers on them. I have different kinds. Look, they have white flowers, purple flowers. Beautiful. So I came here with my little hoe to just do some weeding and pick those blue blackberries, but they're all wet, so I'm gonna wait. And here's our, see those nasturtiums are blooming right there? Yeah, you can eat those. Put them in salads. Add some color to your garden. Here's my figs, apples. Yeah, we planted all that. Unfortunately, apple trees are not doing that great here. Like, well, first of all, squirrels try to eat them. And the second thing is, you have to spray them really here. We don't spray. But if you don't spray, it's like the bugs get them. Here's nasturtiums. My fig trees. Excuse me, look. Look how pretty. It's getting big. I don't see any fruit on it. And there's some little ones. I'm going to show you my raised beds. And my husband finally fixed this faucet. And now it's not going to freeze anymore because he put something different on. When you turn the water off, the water goes down under the ground. And there's some gravel in there and it just drains. Here's those husk cherries. I think they're called tomatillos. Tomatillos. They got bigger than ever. So tall. See the little fruit on it? And I grew those from seeds, and they also seed themselves. So if you're able to grow them one time, you'll probably get them next year from them self-seeding. See, and these little husks, they'll turn like pale, like beige, and that's how you know they're ready. And inside they have a little, like an orange ball fruit, and it's sweet and it has very specific taste. These are my peppers, some more tomatillos, husk cherries. And here I got some potatoes. They got huge. I just planted those. I planted them from some old potatoes I have in the fridge that started growing. And then there's one tomato. And this garden bed needs some weeding. But I do have nasturtium in here. And some dill. Tomato plant right there. Tomatillo plant. Strawberries. Everything is in here. Tomatillo. This is a cuckoo melon. It's a little vine. It's growing from here. And it's going to have a little tiny balls that look like watermelons. Here's the start of it. They look like watermelons, but they kind of taste like cucumbers. And there's a whole bunch of cucumber plants growing. Look, they're getting huge. All that was from seed. Some strawberries. There's strawberries. Oh, there's actually strawberry there. Oh, we'll see if we'll be able to eat it before something else eats it. And I do some weeding here. I have some cilantro there, but it already bloomed because it's hot. Again, it is hot already. And there's tomato plant right here. So a little bit of everything in this one. I still haven't staked my tomatoes here, and they desperately need to be staked, and that's what I'm going to do today. But I don't have any tomato cages or stakes, so what I figure I'm going to do is I don't really want to go spend money on this, because you know, I'm trying to save some money by planting these. Why would I want to spend a whole bunch of money on tomato cages? Oh, I mean, it would be different if I just had one tomato, but I have a whole bunch. So I have this old wire. I have this piece and I have another piece somewhere, like the wire fence. So I'm gonna take some cutters and I'm gonna cut it into pieces and make little cages out of that. So that's my project for today, because those they're already laying down. They have tomatoes on them and everything. Look at all those tomatoes on them. And seriously, I just planted those. I was shocked when I came back from our trip, and they're all like this. I'm like, wow, that is crazy. Look at all those tomatoes on those plants. They're everywhere. And this bed here, part of it is unfortunately raspberries. Don't plant raspberries in your raised beds. They're just going to destroy your beds and take over. So half of it is just this raspberries. They don't even produce nothing. That was a big mistake. Anyway, I have some potatoes. And here are cucumbers. They're getting big. And I thought I had some cucamelons in here too. There is one. Right there. The little one right there. That one's self-seeded from last year, I found. Yeah, I don't think I'd throw seeds in this bed here. That one grew itself. Nice. Anyways. So, yeah, I have to do some weeding today and figure out something for those tomatoes because they're gonna break. Here I'm gonna give you an update from the bare root plants I got on clearance. So anyway, most of my dahlias, they grew, except maybe this one right here. But like these big pots, they were all peonies, which those roots were alive when I opened them. I mean, I have a video on YouTube there where I'm opening those roots and they have growing points on them. They look alive, but none of them did anything for me. I mean, they were on sale, but they were still alive, just like those dahlias were alive. I planted them in my garden because I bought several bags of them, and pretty much all of them grew, except that one. But the peonies did not. And I have another peony here that I bought earlier that was not on sale. That first it grew, but then it had like one leaf, and my child accidentally broke the leaf. And then it never did anything after that. So I'm like done with buying peonies from bare root. I'd rather spend a little bit more and buy it in a pot, or maybe buy it on clearance in a pot, you know. I want to show you my daylilies. Aren't they pretty? These used to grow in my mom's garden. Oh, when she moved, she dug them up and she gave them to me. And now they come back every year and actually multiply. Aren't they pretty? Yeah, I'll show you one of my dahlias. It's pretty much done blooming there, but it was pretty. See, that's the dahlia right there. That's another one right there. Getting big. Here's another one. Another one. So those are pretty good growing from seed. I mean, from the bare root. There's one. But not peonies. I want to show you this flower. I really like it. It's a balloon flower. It comes back every year. I have 2 of them and both of them came back in zone 8A. So I accidentally planted that lantana too close because I bought it this spring and that one didn't come back yet, so I forgot it was there. So now they're too close together. But this kind of lantana is it's annual, I think, in my zone, so I don't think it's gonna come back. But we'll find out, I guess. Alright guys, that was my update for today. Happy gardening. I was just going to say, the gardening is probably the best therapy. If you have any problems, you go to your garden, look at your flowers, and I think it's the best therapy. And it's nothing better than going in the morning to look at your plants. I just clipped those polka dot plants, I think they're called. I just clipped them because they were like getting really high over here in the front, and I'm trying to root them, so I'll give you an update to see if I was able to root them or not. Here are my elephant ears. And these finally are blooming, rather. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye.